Hey stunning people, my name is Beane and welcome to the Salt Lick Sessions. Today's artist is from the Bay Area, but he feels deeply connected to Hawaii. He recorded an album in Australia and now he's joining us in Boston for a Salt Lick session. I'm already a huge fan, and if you're not, you're about to be. This is Dre Scot.
Just like the wine wing does, sing the song, sound like she sing it to you, baby. Ooh, said ooh.
Just like the wine wing does, sings the song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And then days go by like a strand in the wind, in the web that is my own. I begin again, said my friend, baby. Nothing else matters. You know more than a baby then. Well, he seemed broken hearted, something within him. The moment that I first laid eyes on you, all alone on the edge of, say what, 17. Just like the wine wind
Sings a song, sounds like she's singing.
ooh,
Ooh, ooh.
just like the wine wind
Sings a song, sounds like she's singing.
ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, I went today, now baby, I will go again tomorrow. Yeah, with the music that was hauntingly familiar. Yeah. When I see you do it, when I try to do for me, well, words from a poet and a voice from a choir and a melody. Nothing else matters. Yeah. Just like the wine wing does, sing the song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh,
Ooh, ooh.
just like the wine wing does,
Sings a song, sounds like she's
singing to you.
Ooh, ooh.
Bridge. Cloud never expected when it rains, but see changes color, but the sea does not change. Yeah. And so graceful flow of age, I went far with an age-old desire to be on the age of 17. Just like the
wine wings does,
just like the white wing does.
just like the wine
Ooh, little bit of wine to sing it to you. And then suddenly there was no one standing in the hall. Yeah, with a hall of tears. I never really ever heard her fall at all. And I've been searching for an answer upstairs and down the hall, oh, not to find that answer. I just wanna hear the call of the night bird singing, come away, come away, come away, just like the white wing does. Singing, like the wine wing, just like the wine wing, just like the wine wing, sing, shine, ooh, yeah, like the wine wing.
Sings a song, sounds like she's singing.
Ooh, do 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 do. Now we keep going with the ooh, no, no, hey, no, no,
Thank you, Dre. I'm so glad you had time to come up here and do this with us.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the name change. Why did you go from Deandre to Dre Scot?
Well, so years ago, I'm gonna say 5 years ago now, I put out an album. I wrote, produced it, everything.
Black Denim?
Black Denim, yeah.
There it is.
And I'd never had a team for years. So no one to tell me like, hey, you should have a marketing strategy. I just know I write songs and I wanted to put it out and I know how I want it to sound.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really it. And now that I kind of in a new chapter of my life with new songs and new everything, I have a team now to be like, hey, did you know that there are 5 other Deandres out there? And you're not the verified one. So maybe you should figure that out so it doesn't get lost in context. It's like, so it just makes more sense for me to have a distinct name just for me. So you know who we're talking about.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Bay Area, California.
Bay Area.
Bay Area. Repping it always, forever and always. I have many, I like to claim many homes around the world. I've been fortunate to, I live in Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii for years. I have family there. Lived in Australia. It's where I recorded Black Denim. Lived there for 2 years. I want to say that's a home for me as well. I live in New York as of right now.
Your time in Hawaii is interesting. I don't think we've had anybody. You say it beautifully.
Oh, Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean that's the kind of the local way to say it. Hawaii is the real way to say Hawaii. I've danced hula since I was 12.
Danced hula.
Danced hula. Hula was meant for men. It was a religious practice and also a form of martial art. So that was only for men in ancient times. Women weren't allowed to. When the missionaries came and kind of abolished cultures, as most islands happen to, then they started like commercializing it and kind of integrating everybody else. But hula is a very beautiful art form, and it's kind of like the heartbeat. Hula and Olola Hawaii, so Hawaiian language is kind of like the foundation of Hawaii to me. And for anybody that's watching and is intrigued by it, please go educate yourself and look into the beauty of what Hawaii is, because I fell in love with it as a kid, and very fortunate enough to be embraced and in that culture.
How have you incorporated that energy and what you learned on the island into your artist project?
Well, there's a thing called like hokumele. So the way to write as a Hawaiian, or like to I guess solidify that it's a Hawaiian song, it needs to have kauna. So you can't just be direct about what you're speaking of. It needs to be said in a poetic way. So I like to try to do that a little bit, because I don't want it to be so far out to where you're like, what are you talking about? I want it to, to be said in a witty way, or in a way that kind of like makes you think about it, or it's a bit more whimsical in the words. And that's what I love about Hawaiian like poetry and Hawaiian song.
Why did you choose the Stevie Nicks song? Why did you choose Edge of 17?
Stevie Nicks is one of my favorite lyricists ever.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, favorite lyricist ever. Granted, I don't think my music reflects that.
How so?
I mean, it's a different take. I think I'm just so caught up. I'm reading or I'm listening to a moment. I'm listening to a movie. I see it when I hear her. When I read just her lyrics, her poetry. She's one of the few people that really just take me out on lyric alone. I love Stevie Nicks. And if y'all listen to I'm a vocal, like I enjoy voice. So to me, I'm a vocalist before a composer. So Stevie in particular, I love for writing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, the way you delivered what she wrote is wild.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to run that back 65 times. And then let's talk about your original.
Oh,
yeah. So you talked about this, like, what's the word you used when you talked about it in the Hawaiian culture? The
kauna.
Kona?
Kauna.
Kauna.
So it's like a hidden meaning.
And do you infuse that in your writing?
In some of them. So like this one in particular, I was just in a place of, this is when kind of everything was going on in the world, like the protests and
every little thing was being taken offense to, which, you know, there's a place for it. But then also, like, I had to, like, sit back to where I was getting frustrated, but also just, like, where is the grace for it? Why are we not educating versus just getting mad? There's no middle ground. Everyone is either team this side or team this side, and it's just radical on both ends. Why can't we just learn from each other, respect each other's differences, but also have respect for it? You know what I mean? So that's kind of song called Kind to Me. That's kind of where I was at in my head, because I'm just like, we are just being too mean and just not taking the time. Me myself in general, because I don't really like talking about other folks, but for me, I'm like, I'm getting worked up about this person, but also like, I don't know where they came from or what they learned. So let me give them grace to unlearn it, or at least give them grace to own up to not, you know what I mean? To be willing to unlearn it. Because sometimes you be like, oh, this person did wrong, I'm canceling them. That's all they know though. So give them time.
I feel like not dealing in the absolutes is definitely a more graceful way to walk through life. Yeah. And I very much identify with the way you approach it as well. Yeah. It's also exhausting to be mad all the time.
It's super exhausting. It's super exhausting. Or even trying to teach in a very, you know what I mean, in a direct way. Just conversation. Just talk about it. Hey,
Come as you are.
This is how I'm feeling. Let me see your side. Okay, I get that. But also, this is why this is, but I understand what you're saying. And then we can have a middle ground and keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Well, the song's beautiful. What are some songs or some artists that you think everybody should listen to right now?
I have been, because they've just been putting out like single every like couple weeks now. I've been stuck on Tiny Habits. If you haven't seen their session on Salt Lick, please go back over there. We love a shameless plug.
Thank you for being here today, Dre.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It really makes me so happy to have you in here, and like selfishly to just get to hear you sing over and over. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Moment never passing, comments everlasting. I don't mean to read so much, trying hard to be enough. Saints call me a sinner, the world keeps getting thinner, eating every lie they're told, trying hard to fit the mold. You have your say, then it swings back my way, never finding the gray, always black on white days, quick to find all mistakes, never try to educate, ignorance ain't bliss. Why don't we know this? So won't you be kind to me? You don't know where my mind could be, and I'll try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you live with some kind, necessary unspoken word. Spare a heart with the words unheard. I don't care for your opinion. You take care of your own dominion. They say that intellect calls for open minds, but intercourse draws a natural line. How could you be so naive? Yeah, promoting hypocrisy. No, you have your say, then it swings back their way, never finding a gray, always black on white days, quick to find all mistakes, never try to educate, ignorance ain't bliss. Why don't we know this? So won't you be kind to me? You don't know where my mind could be. I'll try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you live to be. Kinda stupid that I took the time to change my life just to fit a vibe. Kinda crazy that I still obsess on what I look like, wishing I weigh less. Kinda sad that someone feel the need to validate and always people please. Kinda sad that someone feeling nothing, cause validation come from other love. Kinda crazy some will pick a phrase, choose not to listen, then resort to hate. Kinda crazy nations will unite to conquer culture for the world divide. Kinda stupid that we still can't learn that Black Lives Matter, tell me when's our turn. Kinda sad for the land of the free while we stay fighting for equality. My mind could be. I'll try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you learn to be kind.
Hey stunning people, it's Beane. Make sure to check out the Salt Lick Sessions YouTube channel and subscribe.